I am here. On the battery, You know how it goes, right? Uh, anyway, I guess we're at part 3 for the day. Whatever, right? So anyway, yeah, let's see if I can do this. Maybe, maybe 3 times lucky. Maybe. So anyway, all right. My weather guy there. All right. And I got Okay, so we're gonna start. I think around what?
So, me in the background fucking calling everybody I could fucking think of, including your ass.
Oh, her. Me was calling everybody I could think of to make up a narrative and make this whole big thing that Becca was telling us to target the little with, and then, like the trashy bitch she's been since the beginning for years, as she manipulated Monster and did all the things. Oh my god, she's gonna target the kid too, and I'm gonna help her! Right? Right.
To try to help a 14-year-old
We're
whose
trying
mother
to
told
help a
her to
14-year-old. You were trying to target one lady.
fucking kill herself.
Nobody did that. God, she lies all the
So
time.
I'm questioning your fucking motives behind every goddamn thing, Linda.
We've been through that. Check out the last live. We've been through this. Check out a million others. The proof has been put out. The audio that Adrian and Jenny and Tiffany and the rest of them, including Monster and everybody else involved in that shit, including Lips, fucking lied. My little one was never told that. The audio has been played for you all. Even Adrian shut hold the fuck up away about it again, right? I don't know. Probably not out in the open like Enhance said. Apparently she said it again today. I mean, we can, yeah, I mean, obviously it's this piece, right? She is trying to put it here. But, oh dear, we've played it. It is clearly stated that was never said to my daughter or to anyone. It was all these fuckers playing with Monster. Proof's there. We have it. I don't really give a shit about public, but it's been put out for you all as well. There's proof. that it never happened, it never was, and let's record. So anyway, the thing is, carrying on.
What happened to Summer?
Wow, they just asked Linda again. Where's Summer?
I don't know. I have suspicions. That's all. That's all I can.
And they're cutting out shit. They're cutting out shit. And notice P Fizz's bubble down there is yip yapping, but there's no sound a lot of these times. Stuff's cut out. P Fizz is directing this whole fucking shit show down here. The audio should be present. They're trying to fuck people into why it wouldn't be. It's a whole thing, okay? Either way, they're also messing with and editing out shit. And that's what they're doing again right now. Oddly enough, eh? After asking Linda.
I can only give you my
listen to
suspicions. That's all.
Listen.
So I'm questioning your fucking motives behind every goddamn thing, Linda. I don't know.
And this shows you they've had more contact with Linda than I have. I've not talked to Linda in a very long time. But here they are still talking to Linda after they've made up the bullshit SWAT and call on my daughter with Monster and Stall Pump. So they're the ones that still have contact. Adrian was like, I even tried to reach out to you to help with this situation that I and the monster abuser were creating around this child to target her falsely. So yeah, somebody's having contact with Linda, but it damn sure ain't me. And if anybody's curious about this proof, it's over in video 1 or 2. I can't remember which, but I showed the whole fucking mess. And everybody's whole hot ass line on this piece. It's all there if you actually give a shit to go look at it. But here she was, going on about the whole, she was even willing to reach out to Linda about this situation that they manufactured to target my child and I. Right? But yeah, you can see clearly Linda and I have not had contact. So who's really in contact with Linda? Damn sure wasn't me, bro. It was them still.
What happened to Summer?
Oh my god. And there's Jenny asking Linda, where's Summer?
I don't know. I have suspicions. That's all I can.
And she says, I don't know. I have suspicions, but that's all I can say. And then they cut out the audio and are tampering and messing with it. Y'all can't hear shit. And it's Penny's bubble that's moving. But you can't
I can only give you my assumption, and that it is.
And so that's what they did. They asked her where's Summer. She says, I don't know. I have suspicions. They cut out the audio so you can't hear all of everything. Just like being.
I can only give you my assumption, and that it has changed through time. But what I've suspected for the last month is Jody Sue did it.
Uh-huh.
Jody Sue, you gave information to.
And they blanked out again here.
No, Jody Sue gave me the link to the live that quiet girl did. And that's where Jody gave you the link to the Quiet. Where's Quiet? Have you talked to Quiet lately? I've only ever watched 2 videos of hers. I never talked to her.
Who the hell's she talking about, dude? Who's Quiet Girl? Who's Quiet Girl? Alright, hold on. That would imply I sent that through. Okay. Oh dear. Um, let me see. I'll get to that without unblocking. Who the fuck is a quiet girl? Is that actually a channel? That I could find. WG. You know what? Okay. Here, we'll just do it this way. Because I don't give no dams. Like always. Let's see. Alright. So I'm trying to look, right? I'm trying my best to look. Because I looked under the keyword quiet. Right. I can't find where the fuck she's talking about. Let's start at the bottom. Okay. Obviously that's April, but anyway, so here's the thing. I want y'all to tell me in here where you see me share a link with her. Alright. Where do you see me share a link? Where do you see me send a link? Where is it? Anybody? I shared the WJHL piece. It was not. There it is. See it? WJHL. Um, she's the one always sharing or sending all things. See that? There's a link. She does at times send links through. And at this point, and most of y'all know, I do not open links, nor do I send them to you all. Right? Y'all, seriously. Where are the fucking links? Where are the links? Where are the links? Wait, hold on. Nope, that was her again sending shit. Where are the links? Where am I sending her links? Where am I sending her links? There's the billboard pic I sent. Where are the links? She's sending me links. She's sending me photos all the fucking time. I'm not sending her links. So when did I send Linda here links? Anybody see me sending links? Nope. Nope. Just like the fucking phone calls. Seriously. Where the fucking links? Yeah, this is all the way back to fucking October 22nd, 2021. Oh, actually, wait, hold on there, guys. There is a call. October 20th. We found one. And it lasted for 36 minutes. You called 50 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay. So there was calls on October 20th. Alright. Agree with that. Weird. 19th. Okay. Oh, look, here's some links Linda sent. That one's the trucking place, she says. Hold on. And then took pics to show Penny it was a lie. Someone said TBI was up there digging it up, so she went and looked for me. Who went and looked? So she went with you. Oh, that's the one at the graveyard. Squall. She tells me Squall has a hidden channel. It pisses me off the way they are inserting. Now look, this is before the phone call, so we can prove it once again. Alright. Once again, proving that Linda, before phone calls on the 20th, is like it pisses me off the way they are inserting themselves and then blabbing. And then she goes, they just fucking doxed you. Yeah. That link to your page is in their chat. I was like, oh well, let them, whatever. It's been open to the world for weeks, whatever. Talking about Squam. Tanya fell. Yeah. Okay, so that one was at the trucking place. I still don't recognize her name. Someone said TBI was up there digging it up, so she went and looked for me, the Tanya person, and then took pics to show Penny it was a lie. Didn't they just get on Linda's ass about this trucking thing? So it looks like there was a call up there around the 20th. But before that, Linda's already in here talking shit, doesn't need help thinking for herself, obviously, whatever. Anyway, and I swear I wonder if I went back to the video and supposed to be in the same spot. I don't know. Because we went to the first this earlier. Uh, so Linda and the Tanya person or whatever took pics to show Penny that it was bullshit. But then here they are in that same live over there, or whatever the fuck you want to call that backstage bullshittery. And they're saying, think about what they just did to her over the truck and shit. But here she is saying that her and Tanya and their pictures were took and shown to Penny to show Penny it was a lie. And she says she's fully legit as the Tanya person. She says, but she said she knew you. But that was it. She didn't say anything one way or the other about anything. She says we don't give her much to do, but she probably hates me after the last thing. So there's Linda tying herself into this group, saying we, as in they, as in Penny and the group, the team. They don't give her much to do, implying that Linda has a larger role in the group. You know, like when she says earlier in the other one that she runs a TCC email and does all the stuff in the background for TCC. We had her driving around looking for a cemetery that couldn't be found. So they had the Tanya person driving around looking for a cemetery that couldn't be found. And they showed Penny with proof that it was bullshit. And yet they're over there giving her shit about it. You know, it's fine. But here's a link. She sent me one. Um, Prayer Garden of America, Laugh Out Loud. Um, she sounds a little sick. It's the third one trying to get Dawn to leave Candace. Holy hell, are you serious? She says she's trying to get Dawn to get immunity by talking first. But she's also being used by, uh, no one caught the name in Ziggy's chat, but I'm only halfway done. She's doing a question and answer tonight. Of course it's Ziggy's, isn't it? And Granny Bean keeps popping in her drama, having asked in my inbox. There was no odor in the house, as she keeps saying. Who is she? No, it was a dumpster and reported. And so now she's saying it was a dumpster. So the question is CZ fucking around with somebody saying it was a dumpster, just like Linda said? But online here, it was stated like we showed earlier, or like I showed in the last live, or whatever. That on the screen, it was also called in as behind the wall at a job site. Well, this, you gotta think, dude, was when all this shit was first going down during the scamathon, and I was trying to figure out who the fuck these motherfuckers were. So this is the only reason you actually see me speaking to her. And this was at the, you got, I mean, look at the dates on it, right? October 19th. This was before we were entirely done with that, right? And as far as myself and my friends looking in on these motherfuckers, trying to figure out the moving pieces, trying to keep him talking, etc. But as far as info or anything, no, not really. Right? And I ain't got need to talk to nobody like it. I mean, seriously. And as you can see, even though it looks like I say a whole lot, I ain't saying shit. If she's trying to dig, it doesn't work. Rinse, repeat. Um, she's all like, these people are messing in people's lives, and it's not cool, man. Right? Whatever. That's all she has. BK. What the fuck is this? Hold on, guys. And do you know how many varieties of the land I've had around circling my ass and inbox and everything else since all this? It was a damn land. Always. Okay, so anyway, uh, let me see. And there's still just no fucking link to it on this one. But I did miss the two calls there. All right dates, but you can see even before those, Linda is fully thinking for herself. No fuckery. No, no. Dude, smiley. Anyway. I don't know. I didn't see one in here with Lynn. I seen the witch one. So if there was a Lynn in here, I couldn't see him. There, if you could see him, it might be good to go back and put them in the box because I did not see a Lynn. Mm, all right. So we're at the squall. No one caught the name in Ziggy's. 19th, yada yada. What is all this shit? Oh, look. Hey, hey, this was the 19th. So it was in the chat earlier. This person kept posting messages. Ocean Angel, Carrie. Oh, this is when they were doing the whole fake monster family thing in chats. Okay. Lady is a tramp, so about T-bonus and repairs. Okay. So, as you can see, all the way back to the first of our conversation, there's no links that I really shared with her. Would that be Jerry showing? Maybe here, actually, it might show. Because it should. It should show. You think? Maybe. Another section for links, but I can't get to it without unblocking out. But hold on. Here's a big fit. Part of it. Part of. There's your fake Fed. There's in a jiffy. DMCC is Linda. In a jiffy is Stacy Slay / fake Fed. And there's Penny. Right. Kelly Fusta. Always. Penny for your thoughts. And in a jiffy. And Linda Lorraine. And blah blah blah. Here's your fake Fed. At least part of some of the conversations with fake Fed. Alright? That's part of just one of the rooms the fake Fed was in the Discord where Penny had the fake Fed fucking with many of us. And this group had him on the ground pretending to be fake Fed too, softening up tips around Summer's case. And obviously in emails and everywhere else. Weird, huh? So angry about the situation with Chris. She missed a lot. Anyway, hold on. And then there's Bella. Did they have scabies? Some Victoria, Spirit Seeker, Stillwater, Couch Detective. Squalty just got a message to Jody Sue couldn't leave the area because she's a person of interest. Well, Squall, I'd love for you to turn around and tell that to the TVR FBI because it's never been said to any of us. But there's Squall pushing that shit outright as part of the hit shit going on after I was breaking out the scamathon. And Squall telling people that anybody who helps me leave will be charged accordingly. That's in Benny Key's chat. So this is when they were doing the hit bullshit. Alright. had tried to blackmail me, threaten me, all this, and they started putting out the misinformation. Squall, like I've always told you, has been the very first to do it. Um, this would have been very early on, October 18th, 19th, 20th, type of thing. As the scam was fully being done, whatever, and all this shit, right? Um, but Squall continued to disseminate bullshit information for them and blackmail and hurt us and whatever. Stolen Facebook vids, etc. She was the first one to, obviously, with Penny and them, say, look, they're making your son look like if you don't go right now to Benny Keys or Tiffany Marie and say everything you know. And that was what Squall did. She immediately started putting out shit when I wouldn't cooperate for this group and started insinuating my son done something. And then here she is lying her ass off in Benny Key's chat, which she warned me about, right? Squall and Candace were both like, do not talk to Benny Keys, right? But then when it came down to it, all of a sudden Squall was like, hey, Benny Keys. But either way, Squall is like, just got a message that Jody Sue cannot leave the area because she is a person of interest. Squalted again. Anyone who helps her leave will be charged accordingly. Weird, huh? Yeah, never had. See over here, honest rage, maybe an accident. This is in blood monies too. Wildflower. Innocent until proven guilty. I don't. Oh, and here's one of the Facebook groups. Linda is part of. Squalted's part of. Bunch of A balances people. But yeah, Squall is admin. Linda is a member. And that's Squall's group. It's the one that Chicken and all the others are in. Talking shit all the time. They dox me. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Jody Sue's husband's background, receipts and Ziggy's, bigger work status, chin lock frustrates Scott H's criminal. Something. Some shit from Lizzie. Be savage. She was trying to give a name and get it brought to attention. I would be pissed too if I was deleted every time too instead of segment. BBK. Oh, there's one. I see in a bit. It's one of BK's favorites. They tried to falsely have me target at one point. That was funny. Squalta is going to need all our protection after what she just put out. So I don't fucking know. And here's her starting to push the shit about Frank Light. I have questions about the horseback searchers. Squall about her DV shit. Cindy. Oh. Ziggy been catching up all the texting issues Mary's having started right after Stella Star got blocked in chat. Mary Hartman, he just keeps calling me and knocking me out of the line. She's gonna talk about what Dawn talked to her about, not read what others have talked about. So this was in Ziggy's, I guess, but there's the fake family name. I'm not kidding, this is Cher. So apparently Cher was going around as fake family. Listen to the voice pattern, this is Cher. Oh, so whoever was up on Ziggy's, they're saying was Cher. Dawn said that to Chris M and Cher about the timeline matching up with the police having him go over it with her. Yeah. PG doesn't know anything. Oh God, do you remember the good days? The good old fucking days when they knew PG was worthless as fuck. I remember those days. Oh my fucking God, it's even the fake Bernard is over here raising hell. Oh my God, it's a voice changer. You can speed it up. It's Justice Hakuna Matata. Somebody's screaming at Prairie Garden. How would you know? Were you there? Uh, something about the and see there it is, right? How would you know Prairie Garden if she was in the wall? Right. Hmm. But that's it. There's the fuck is this Reader's Digest? Delete your internet footprint. I don't. Brad. Apparently, Parody Patty at one point was talking shit about TM and one of her AB's news of drama upon Facebook too. Brad. Red truck bullshit. We all knew was bullshit. Brad. Bullshit. Kelly Fustos, etc. And usually it'll show you the links that were shared and all that. But like I said, I don't see fucking links, so I don't know who, and I don't know who Quiet Girl is. I have no fucking clue. Mm-hmm. So there's that, right? I don't know what to tell him. Oh, I know where we're going. Oh, squirrel.
So much to hide. Okay, now what do I do? Wait, mid-February? You talked to her for months after that. I did not. I only talked to her for 1 month. Month ago. The hot suspect for the moment and say it has something to do with it. Right. But you're also talking to. I can only give you my assumption and that it has changed through time, but what I've suspected for the last month is Jody Sue did it.
Well,
Oh my God.
let's revisit that because, like I said, she says she doesn't know. Then they pause out.
So I'm questioning. Well, running to fucking YouTube.
So they pause out.
You've got Lips in there trying to get information from Becca. Becca thinks she has a friend she can trust, and Lips is running to fucking YouTube. Not anymore, because I made sure to let Andy know that Lips was running her freaking cocksucker on YouTube all day. And so, me in the background fucking calling everybody I could fucking think of, including your ass, to try to help a 14-year-old whose mother told her to fucking kill herself.
Nobody did that. We've been through this, right? Okay.
So I'm questioning your fucking motives behind every goddamn thing, Linda. I don't know. What happened to Summer?
They're asking her, what happened to Summer?
I don't know. I have suspicions. That's all I can,
How many times has McNally done that to her? And they mute out, they're messing with the audio, they're cutting pieces and parts out.
I can only give you my assumption, and that it has changed through time, but what I've suspected for the last month is Jody Sue did it. Oh my God. Right. Jody Sue, who you gave information to.
Right. They cut out again. They're doing the audio shit again, the editing shit again.
No, Jody Sue gave me the link to the live that white girl did.
I don't know anything.
And that's where it got. Jody gave you the link to the Quite. Where's Quite? Have you talked to Quite lately?
Who the fuck is Quite?
I only ever watched 2 videos of hers. I never talked to her. Where'd she go?
Funny.
Do you know? Because she disappeared.
I found her new account just the other day, didn't I?
You did?
I did. Didn't I, Penny? I said, where have I heard this Quite before? And it's
found what?
Who the fuck is Quite? And y'all seen the original links or what the fuck? I don't know.
You found Quiet where?
Under a different name.
What's the name?
Let me look. I sent it to. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Keep going, Linda.
I feel like they're wanting this person, this creator found because they're probably pumping out misinformation. So if they come back with that, I'll probably mute out. Because that's usually how it works. They only say shit they won't ever heard to advertise for something or a channel it's built for.
What the fuck? Keep going, Linda. What the fuck?
And they're fucking with the audio again, just like the description says.
And you say you're not protecting Jody Sue, but you're protecting someone else.
What?
Drug dealers.
What?
No, I'm not protecting the drug dealers.
What?
Well, you're protecting their names so that. Do you want to keep this person quiet because you're trying to, because it's someone that's responsible for your son's death? No.
What?
Are they connected to your son's death? Then no excuse is good enough. If it doesn't have to do with your son, I will make an exception for anything when it comes to your son. But there's no excuse.
Are they now hunting down all the drug dealers? Excuse me? What's happening right now? Dude's like, I don't think I've ever seen women this thirsty. Yeah, this is weird.
Excuse good enough. If it doesn't have to do with your son, who are you protecting and why?
Alright, got the audio again. Give it a minute, guys.
Oh my God.
She comes back and oh my
Jenny,
God.
just send me that name in Discord so they can continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that that's a perfect place to put it.
So what do you think Jody Sue did?
I don't know. I think it has to do with her wanting to keep Andy up there.
What?
But what?
Excuse me? Holy shit. Seriously? This is the best they got? As far as I knew, from one day to the next, we were fine. Even the night he took my car, I mean, I knew he was fucking around like usual, but, obviously for quite a while. But, he took my car, said he fell asleep, he'd come back in it, all shit was fine, whatever, right? I mean, seriously, I even had to guess till I paid for us a hotel room and shit. Ran for days and days, couldn't figure out the entire situation, and separating from how I was trained by him to chase, to run, whatever, right? I still had no idea where we stood for a very long time after all shit. So why would I, y'all, what the fuck? Huh? And there's so much in the background, public and otherwise unaware of it. What? Apparently, their motive is now that I did something to Summer to keep Andy, right? But that would be stupid because Summer vanishing is actually what was the catalyst. He knew he was caught. He knew he had stayed over to bang stall pump in the gas station. He knew all his days had to be accounted for. And he couldn't push off what stall pump was pushing and controlling him to do, which was trying to leave, etc. And he was trying to get her tamed in the background, but she was next door to the job, keeping eyes on everything, keeping control of him, pushing and pulling, driving him batshit and crazy. That's why he kept begging for so long. Please let me quit this job or it's going to ruin our lives. Wait and see, right? I was just check the fuck out. I ain't care. But, Summer vanishing is actually what forced him to go with stall pump because he knew in court and all these other things and his statements to police, it would come out. Why he was late, his days, all this other shit. It wasn't that days before, days after, etc. Right? And so he was fucked. When Summer vanished, he was fucked. Okay, and he pulled it out a few weeks longer, etc. That was about as far as he could go till, he knew it would come out. And so anyway, so Summer vanishing is actually the catalyst. Summer vanishing in no way would have kept him there because it outed him, right? So I guess this is as good as they can come up with for a fucking motive or something.
Yeah, be creative. When you change theories, there's a reason. And when you go and look at another theory, a researcher, a real researcher, pulls through every single piece of.
Please do go back to parts 2 and 1 tonight and see how real researchers act with 333 and all that bullshittery. And obvious, you can Google yourselves dates for the addresses, people who lived at certain ones, certain times, jail time sentences. Pretty easy to Google on your own, but please do go back to part 1 and 2 and see what kind of research they're really about over here.
Of it and tries to beat it up. You don't just pick a person you're mad at or that is convenient for the moment, the hot suspect for the moment, and say it has something to do with Linda.
Excuse me?
No, the only I don't know.
So what do you think Jody Sue did, Linda?
I don't know. I think it has to do with her wanting to keep Andy up there.
But what do you be creative? When you change theories, there's a reason. And when you go and look at another theory, a researcher, a real researcher, pulls through every single piece of it and tries to beat it up. You don't just pick a person you're mad at or that is convenient for the moment, the hot suspect for the moment, and say it has something to do with Linda.
No, the only thing is,
But yet that's what they've made me look like a suspect, this whole group. And they've picked for months and months and months and terrorized and tormented and targeted my children and blackmailed and fucked with and crimes committed against and all this shit. Excuse me, Jenny. This is almost like listening to her today when they did the false shit on my daughter. And she was on the panel of Slithers going, just breathe, Josie, just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Just come to me if you need somebody to talk. Wow. What an actress. Meanwhile, Enhanced was on the phone with me. And those Jody Sue had no fucking clue what was going on because everything here was fucking fine. Jody Sue was breathing fine. Little was fine. Life was fine. But you got Jenny at that same time on fucking Slither's panel. Going, just breathe, Josie. Just breathe. Oh God, whatever's wrong, you can come to us. Reach out. After months of them targeting, terrorizing, trying to get me killed, all kinds of bullshit. Yeah, okay, Jenny. Whatever. And here she is. This reminds me. Now, Linda, you just can't go around picking a suspect and just doing whatever's hot at the moment. The hot suspect. But yet they just asked her, what do you think Jody Sue did? Who do you think responsible, Linda? Well, I think, and this is after mute now, and she says she doesn't know. Then they mute out. Then suddenly she changes it to, well, Jody Sue. That's what I've been thinking for about a month now. Then they mute out again, and then here is fucking Jenny / Gabble going, now, Linda, you can't just pick a hot topic, the hot suspect at the moment, and be like, and make up something inventive. What the fuck? Yeah, enhanced, and apparently Adrian in the background calling everyone possible, including the one on the phone that knew. Oops. Yeah. And look, they've muted out fucking again. Audio gone again. People's bubbles moving all over the place.
no, I did not start suspecting Jody Sue till probably, I think it was about mid-February.
You just said a month ago.
You didn't start protecting Jody Sue until mid-February. Suspecting, not protecting. And then
There goes Slithers with that. Do you hear what the ghost said? Shit again. There she goes with that again. She's always doing that shit. It ain't a hearing problem. It's so later on she can play something like it's something else. Shit is what it is. So see, shit like this has many methods being used. They can put it in the background and then clip and part it together. They could have easily used what Slithers did right there with the earlier part. Remember when they were all like, "You're protecting Jody Sue, you're still talking to her," whatever, right? Slithers comes in a word to where it sounds almost like it and goes, "Oh, so you are protecting her. You've been protecting her since February." She jumps in really quick because they know they can clip and part and make it sound later on. If they need it that way, they can use these things many ways. But there you go, basically. Just like that shit she tried to pull with the Don said Kenny was driving the truck shit the other day. Do you hear what the ghost says? Yeah, bitch, and it ain't what you're implying there, ghost hunters.
backing up.
Wait, mid-February? You talked to her for months after that.
I
The
did.
fuck is their problem with this anyway? Obviously, they're still speaking to her. I was not. What the fuck are they talking about? They're talking about like what? And Adrian was just like, I was gonna reach out to you about her kid, and so they're all still pretty comfortable with each other, right? Still pretty goddamn comfortable. Still hanging out, chit chatting, associating with Linda, who by this point I definitely was not, right? And it would be months in between contact with Linda. They would make Linda come over there every now and then, even though it looked like a lot of text. Those were in spurts. Most of those took place in the first days around the scamathon coming to like a full on stop, right? Um, and then the rest it tapered off after I didn't need her anymore. And they would send her over thinking I would talk to her, trying to dig, whatever. And I wouldn't, right? She wouldn't get what she needed out of me. And then a month or two later, she'd be back when they'd want her to come back over, etc. It was stupid. Uh, anyway, but yet they're still having association with her. But they're like, "You're still talking to Jody." This is stupid.
No, and I only talked to her for 1 month. But you talked to her in April, though. You talked to her in March. I mean, that's.
And as you can see from the earlier live stream I did tonight, in those messages, she said that Penny and Tiffany, whatever, and 423 Chase, they said to keep me talking in there so they could tell what was being done, if I was turning them in, if I was throwing them under the bus, all this shit, right? They sent her to see all of that shit and to try to keep me talking, but yet they're bitching at her now. Say, but you kept talking to her. They were the ones sending her to do it. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Holy shit. All these people. I tell you what. Anyway.
And I didn't. Linda, did you?
Notice in there she says I didn't, and they mute out again and fuck with the audio and shit. And then they come back again. Hold on.
Linda, did you?
Listen to how long it is.
To her for 1 month. But you talked to her in April, though. You talked to her in March. I mean, that's.
Audio goes out.
And I didn't.
Comes back in. For just a blip. Goes back out again. This whole time.
Linda, did you?
Comes back just for Tiffany to say that. And then goes right back out again.
You take care of babies, Linda.
Comes back just for that quick comment. Goes right back out
again. Did you ever think to
comes back.
Talk about the fact
that person wants their baby to commit suicide?
Scott, you piece of shit. He was playing in this shell too. Seriously. Whatever. Never mind, don't answer that. He was part of the cabin shit with Pindar and Piper. And
I don't. I have never. I couldn't even tell you.
Notice after. Hold on, let's back this up. Do you see the mindfuck here, the manipulation? I don't have to do this. Y'all do this your goddamn selves. You can rewind this motherfucker and hell back and forth all you want.
You didn't start protecting Jody Stu until mid-February. Suspecting, not protecting. And then back to
mid-February. You told.
And notice Linda, all on her own, without, quote, being manipulated by Jody Sue or whoever, is smart enough to immediately catch on to what Tiffany Marie's doing and says, suspected, not protected. And she does this because Linda's smart enough to know they can use that later. See, Linda ain't dumb. But anyway, here you go.
Mid-February.
Listen to this all the way.
You just said a month ago.
You didn't start protecting Jody Sue until mid-February. Suspecting, not protecting. And then...
Now, after this, pay attention to the pauses and what's cut out between and what's allowed to be said and how it sounds or would hit others' ears as it's being done.
Backing up. Wait, mid-February. You talked to her for months after that.
I did not. I only talked to her for 1 month. But you talked to her in April, though. You talked to her in March. I mean, the message
cuts out.
And I didn't.
Comes back. Cuts out.
Linda, did you?
Comes back for just that.
You take care of babies, Linda.
Adrian comes back and we take care of babies, Linda.
Did you ever think to
cuts back out until TM.
Talk about the fact
that person wants their baby to commit suicide.
They come in immediately after silence with that shit. So it's protecting. Linda's like, no, suspected. Then it's, no, I didn't, whatever. TM says that, then Adrian comes in, we protect babies. And then Scott, after another pause, comes in with, whatever, mothers and trying to, tell their daughters they're, whatever. Right? Do you get it? Do you see what they're fucking doing there?
That person wants their baby to commit suicide.
Right. And it cuts out again immediately after Scott says that.
I don't. I couldn't even tell you, except from his campaign picture, what he looks like. I have never talked.
Oh, and everything's cut and edited and clipped, and then all of a sudden they're at campaigns and pictures. They know what somebody looked like. Oh, well, there's a whole lot missing there. That's not just a pause, that's an entire edit and clip, bro. Holy shit.
To Richard Tucker.
And then they go on to Tucker.
Okay, then you have to admit that you lied about. You have to admit, if you've never seen Richard Tucker in real life, you don't know him, you just know of him, you have to actually admit that you are not who you said you were in the first place, because that's not the story you told in the beginning. So did you lie then? I said I keep kids for Richard Tucker's employees. For his employees. Right. That's why I'm asking. Did you lie then, or are you lying now?
Cuts back out again.
You
Nothing.
also said that Don was always a hard worker and worked every day and never missed a day. But everybody knows now that he made crack runs and smoked crack and probably banged every hooker in Crack Alley down in Knoxville for 3 or 4 or 5 day binges.
Those were not while he worked. He'd take off when he could, whatever, but it was 3 day run. What the fuck does that have to do?
Enough to where Candace had to send people out to go search for him.
Well, yeah.
If Benny wasn't fucking asleep, he could account to it, because the whole time Benny was on 110 Ben Hill Road, Don was in Knoxville, fucking hookers smoking crack.
Yep.
There's no way that Don Wells, being an alcoholic and a crackhead with a hooker habit, worked every fucking day.
That's what
Andy said it. Jody Sue has said it.
But now it's fine.
Shannon S. has said it.
I've also said Andy does shit and bangs hookers and gets diseases and beats on us and hurts my children and essayed me and all kinds of shit, and he's admitted to it, and still people are like, no, poor monster. But when I said something about Dawn taking off on 3-day runs to Knoxville, I'm legit. My info's legit on that, because they want it to be. Alright? Otherwise, if they don't want to hear it and it doesn't fit their narratives, god damn, I'm a liar, y'all. Right?
Benny
Candy said it.
Candy said it. Well, I said Andy. Jody Sue and Andy.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Candace said it. Shannon S. said it. Everybody.
So, fuck's they got anything. It wasn't all the time. It was like every few weeks you would see him go on this bender. 3 days, you know, he'd be average gone for about 3 days. Usually after a job had completed, right? Generally speaking, or a stressor had happened. About 3 days. It wasn't like he was gone all the fucking time. Or nothing. You break. Dude. And I think you all have seen it too. I don't know. But Don legit would go to work on holidays and shit. And since they didn't believe or celebrate him much, he didn't understand why job sites had a problem with this or neighbors. So like, hey dude, it's Christmas, go home. He didn't understand or grasp that concept, because he would be out there working. And Don very much, for a very long time, did not deviate from pattern. Until he did. But, that's the thing. What the fuck? Is any of this shit got to do with anything with Linda?
Penny, when you guys first told that story, now I was asking you, or not first told the story, but we were first talking about it. And it was that he left for lunch between 3 and 3:30 for 30 minutes, right? Do you remember me asking you, how do they know? Are they clocking him? Are they timing him? How do they know he didn't leave another time?
And they've cut out again.
But you know, people are working all the time. Are they keeping an eye out? He could have left at 2:30.
So they're not even working on the same houses. They're working inside and not even in the same houses. How would they know?
What?
What?
You can tell these bitches never work construction or hard jobs. Because let me tell you, if you're working a hard-ass job, other people around you are clocking your breaks and how many times you're taking off, even if you're a dope head and all this other shit, right? Because they don't like pulling your fucking part. Oh, hold on. Casey K, in the description, in the goddamn description itself, dude. Parts of this video have been redacted for others not related to this call. Casey, in the description itself on Benny's channel, it says parts of the video have been redacted. So do you want to say that again with a straight fucking face and fingers over here in my chat? Or do you want to go read a goddamn description on your favorite and play Pick Me? And maybe get a fucking mirror and realize you're drinking Kool-Aid. Which is it? Or that you can't comprehend or understand English, Casey? And you could absolutely, if you've got ears, Casey, see that and hear that one we just played for you like 2 seconds ago. They legit, did they not do Son, Resurrection, all of you? Did they not clearly go from a half a second stop from like babies matter into Wolf Tucker drywall? And there was no segue. The video's cut, Genius K. And in Key's own description, it says redacted to protect others. It says you're not going to hear fizz for some dumbass reason that makes no sense. You might want to go over and fucking read, and you might want to re-listen, Kay. See, this is why you over here with this bullshit in my chat. It's because you can't hear something on the internet and not be like, that may not be true. Maybe I'm not right. Maybe in the hell I'm being fucked with. Well, wait, why is there no real segue from baby children to immediately, slap dab behind it with no segue? Tucker, and you're telling us you've never seen him? It makes no sense, Kay. Makes no sense. How old are you? Your parents didn't teach you not to believe and see everything online. Or what? What's the deal here, Kay? Dear KCK, what's your fucking issue? You can't read? People do have to, you're illiterate entirely, so you can only catch clips? And if that's the case, if you're illiterate and you can't read Benny's own description over in the box, that it's redacted and stuff, your ears still work, apparently, because you can hear me. So something there works. So if you can hear, then you can hear how this is cut yourself. If you really wanted to, instead of being a fucking stupid troll. A pick me, if you will. Alright. We're going to move on from KCK's stupid. Alright. Anyway.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's right. But it was when Molly and them went down there, right? It looked like they were working in at least 3 houses.
Casey, obviously you cannot hear. Or you can't read. Maybe both. Or maybe you just don't want to. And calling me a bitch, is that supposed to, like, bother me? Are we supposed to fight like we're in elementary school now? Oh my gosh, she called me a bitch. Let's go off and have fights and let me yell at her. Look, I consider cunt a pet term after that many years of abuse, so I got news for you. Calling me names ain't gonna be it. But I'm glad you're still part of the demographic in the world that thinks throwing names at people like a little girl is something else. You feel better now? You feel okay, boo-boo? You all good, honey? You get all your feels out. Did you make a show for your favorite creator? Are you working for a ranch? How much do they pay you to come over here and troll them? And next time you'll come here and call me a name, call me a cunt. We might get along better. I think they're pet terms after so long they've been slung at me. Names don't bother me none. And I'm not gonna fight with you like that. I think it's stupid and pathetic. So there's that. And your whole ass brainwashed. You're pick me. You're working for a ranch. You're sucking imaginary 1 and 0 parts for your favorite creator. I don't care what it is. Do the next time she wants to line up with mean girl 5-year-old horseshittery, and she's probably one of my fucking elders. Put her in the box.
Houses. Don and Candace were at the end of the cul-de-sac. There was somebody and another one, and those other 2 people that came out and talked to them.
Let's rewind,
right?
Since Casey, nobody can.
What? Right.
What? No, none of this is cut out or anything.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She's just talking to her fucking self there. I
all
mean,
this time.
that's
Are they
telling.
keeping an eye out? He could have left at 2:30.
Well, they're not even working on the same house.
Oh, that's where we're at. These bitches never working a real hard job in their life type thing. Look, if you're working hard, intensive labor, factory work, construction, everybody around you is paying attention to the time your ass is moseyed off the job site or away from your machinery. Because they're like, the fuck is this motherfucker not doing their part, right? And so they'd actually be more apt to keep time at a job site like that of each other, quite frankly. And just because he does drywall doesn't mean other guys, other people, the house people, they wouldn't keep an eye on timing. Right? Good Lord, they're hell of a detectives.
They're working inside and not even in the same.
People are working all this time. Are they keeping an
People on the roof, people outside the house doing that type of work would not have possibly taken note of what time Don and his car pulled out. Right? Raise your hand if you've had a husband, a brother, a loved one working construction or anything like that. Please. Or even you. I mean, I've worked construction, factory work, right? Whether you're working on inside or outside, you pretty well take note of things, right? How many times, okay, Resurrection, your good ex brothers, all of them. Misty's worked construction, okay? So y'all know what the hell, right? You kind of take note of comings and goings. There's people working windows, siding, roofing, interior, exterior, concrete, all that, right? They take note of each other. There's enough people surrounding. Now, Dawn did like to keep jobs mostly to themselves, smaller crew, fire them all before they end, stuff like that. But that was not the case when Summer vanished. He still had people, even though he fired Dudley, he still had people working. But how many times have you all come home from construction work or had people you know who work construction or tough jobs, this and the other, come home bitching about the dudes wandering off the job site, especially the dope heads? How many times have you had them come home and be like, dude, this guy's not pulling his weight. Dude, he left for 43 different 30-minute breaks. These sons of bitches. Right? Right? Because let's be real, dope is prevalent in certain areas. Right? But how many of y'all heard and seen it? They pretty well keep note of each other around harder and more labor intensive jobs. Because they like bitching about it. Plus, they'd rather everybody pull their fucking weight. Which is kind of how it goes.
eye out? He could have left at 2:30.
Well, they're not even working on the same houses. They're working inside and not even in the same houses. How would they know?
And now they're like, oh, it's one construction worker per house. How would they even know? They're not inside the houses. And Resurrection says, my good ex all the time, every night. And it was his business. They were hired by him and he would come in bitching about it. Where'd Joe go? Haven't seen him in a few. He's gone to lunch on the phone or XYZ. Yeah, right? Right?
What?
Cut out again.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. But it was when Molly and them went down there, right? It looked like they were working in at least 3 houses. Don and Candace were at the end of the cul-de-sac. There was somebody in another one, and those other 2 people that came out and talked to them.
That was not the same job site. Do you know how long that was between Summer vanishing and when Dawn went back to work and another thing started? Either way, there was other construction workers around and shit like that. Alright? When Molly went down there and lost Dawn and Candace and their means of living while they had all of y'all screaming, "Why don't you get a job and take care of these babies?" Blah, blah, blah. Candace was with him at that job site because the boys had been taken by that point.
Right. So if you're all in the houses working, you're checking every 15 minutes or so to see if Dawn's.
And I remember that morning, when Candace was like, "Well, I ain't going to sit here," right? Dawn and her were at the end of the driveway. 2 vehicles were taken. She didn't just want to sit there. So she went on to work. And then there Molly and Emma.
Going to lunch.
Linda, when did you start talking to Don again? Like having private phone conversations and shit with him? I only talked to him 2 times on the phone. That's not what you told us the first time you told us. I have text messages with him, but as far as phone calls went, there was 2. The rest is all text message.
So they're worried about what's been told to Dawn, etc. by Linda about them in this group. Okay.
Come on, Linda, you know you have.
They cut out again and then come back with, "Come on, Linda, you know you have." And then they cut right back out again.
I can share the text message with the Tucker drywall person that said he didn't miss work.
Is it a real text message?
Yes.
Yes, can you please?
These fake bitches seem to care an awful lot about real and everybody being honest with them and terrorizing whatever. Don't they? For motherfuckers who just keep fucking around and everything and fucking up Summer's case and all this shit, they real concerned about what's real from everybody else, huh? Weird, isn't it? Boy, these monsters, they don't like being done the way they do others. I'm telling you what?
Share that, Linda. If you don't mind.
You told us.
So they're forcing her to share this shit. What the fuck is going on here, dude? I'm pretty sure if Linda really wanted to, she could do these motherfuckers some sort of mental and emotional torture or some shit. This is like some wild shit over here.
Linda, you couldn't share that before.
Person that said he didn't miss work.
Is it a real text message?
Yes.
Yes, can you please share that, Linda? If you don't mind.
You told us, Linda, you couldn't share that before.
It was in the Discord and it said, "Do not put on YouTube." Screenshots of all the text messages with this one worker was there.
Would you be willing to share it now with us in private?
Whoa, so Linda says clearly she's already put all these text messages into the Discord with PFizz and Fustos and I'm a Jiffy / fake Fed card teamer, all that shit on her side of the conversation in her Discord. Where they're fucking with her. She's put all those out to them. So where's PFizz's real copy? Where's everybody's copies of this fucking Discord? Why do they need it again? And here they are accusing her of not sharing it and wanting her to share it. What?
There's a promise it won't go online because this person has
I'll tell you what, it won't go online unless the PIs hear what came out of here or Jody Sue knows what came out of here tonight. How about that?
Oh, there's no reason to tell them any.
That right there is a threat. Y'all just heard that, right? So they're forcing her to give up a message that outs someone else in their life who doesn't want to be identified. And she says, but it doesn't need to go online. And Jenny Waters here clearly threatens her. They're going to force her to give her this text message, and they clearly just goddamn blackmailed. They forced her to, and then Jenny fucking Water seriously just said to her, "How about? Hold on, let's back it up."
Anything, so no, they
That way nobody can be like, Jody C's
PIs,
funny.
hear what came out of here?
This person worker was. It was in the Discord, and it said, "Do not put on YouTube." Screenshots of all the text messages with this one worker was there.
Would you be willing to share it now with us in private?
Why can't P Fizz give me
There's a
this?
promise it won't go online because this person.
I'll tell you what, it won't go online unless the PIs hear what came out of here, or Jody Sue knows what came out of here tonight. How about that?
Wow. Wow. So they're forcing her to give her up these messages again because for some reason P Fizz at this point doesn't have the damn Discord herself. None of these bitches have full Discord. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. They should. Wait, actually, Linda at one point said she took all her shit down quick. She had wrapped hers up before they could get it. Maybe, possibly. And I think she may have actually sent me the download to download her full Discord that had been with them, I believe. I know P-Fizz tried the same shit, but I already had my own. So, and I knew as P-Fizz and I were talking to Discord, she'd go right behind me and delete shit. I didn't know it was possible. It is. Found out she was doing it real quick, so I would screen record everything in real time. So the Discord's even given over to Jenny and Gavel are not the original. They never were because P-Fizz was editing them as they were in real time, real life happening between us. And then she edited further and later on too. But anyway, so I have the real Discord. P-Fizz will never give up the real one. Anyway, but either way, I believe I'm pretty sure that Linda sent me hers too, that they had her in on her separate Discord as a download package. It's somewhere fuck around here. Anyway, and that's why you see I'm a Jiffy/Fake Fed cartoon member in different ways with all of us. Because they had that in each Discord, not just a room with all of us. They had it in each person's different Discord that was separate from mine or everybody else's. It was, yeah. Anyway, so let's listen to this again.
You told us, Linda, you couldn't share that before.
It was in the Discord, and it said, "Do not put on YouTube." Screenshots of all the text messages with this one worker was there.
Would you be willing to share it now with us in private?
There's a promise it won't go online because this person.
I'll tell you what, it won't go online unless the PIs hear what came out of here, or Jody Sue knows what came out of here tonight. How about that?
There's no reason to tell them anything.
Okay, what you just heard go down is a full-on fucking crime. Think about that. Y'all just fucking heard that for yourselves. That right there is a crime in all 50 fucking states. And look, y'all think what's being done to Linda's bad here, even though Linda's still lying, doing her own shit, being whatever she is over here in this. This ain't shit to what they fucking done to me and others around Summer's case. Okay? It's not even a drop in the goddamn bucket. And Linda herself has participated in it. But, and I've told you all, for eons, they blackmail, they hack, they dox, they, you can hear them driving by, the stalking, all the bullshit. You can hear, look, but I'm lying, right? I'm full of shit. Nobody does anything like around here. There's no vague threats to harm my children. There's no anything, right? I'm crazy. Yeah. Right? But you just heard it with your own fucking ears to other people that matter far less. That they're actually in cahoots with. And that they won't shut entirely the fuck up. I'll tell you why they care if the PIs know or not, too. Because Penny tried to get them out of the fucking way as well. Penny wanted to control that. Penny wanted to be in all conversations. Penny wanted to be in everything listening in without Dawn and Candace knowing. I mean, there's lots of reasons. I'm telling you, Penny has been in a lot of goddamn shit and trying to wedge her way in everywhere she can possibly manage inside of Summer's case to fuck it up. Among other things. Among a lot of other shit the public is not aware of. Yeah.
So no, they won't hear a thing.
So that means Jenny, Krama, Scott, Fizz, BK, the whole nine are in on the shit. Trying to separate PIs, trying to separate this one, that one, the other one, whatever, right? Trying to cut off certain people that talk good common sense, maybe the others, I don't know. Who the fuck knows what the reasoning is, right? Right? But what you just heard with the on airs is fucking crime. Here they are playing on YouTube for public consumption like it ain't no deal. Like it ain't no biggie. Thinking nothing will ever come of any of it.
Thing.
All right, then.
Then that won't get out.
Now listen.
They
double down.
Now, too.
Jenny doubles down on it. And while the rest of the group listens in and is okay with it, never says, whoa, 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 that's fucked. Nobody ever speaks up and says, hey, 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 you're crossing the line. Not a one of them.
Screenshots of all the text messages with this one worker was there.
Would you be willing to share it now with us in private?
There's a promise it won't go online because this person.
I'll tell you what, it won't go online unless the PIs hear what came out of here or Jody Sue knows what came out of here tonight. How about that?
There's no reason to tell them anything, so no, they won't hear a thing.
All right, then.
Then that won't get out.
So they've made her afraid. She's acquiescing. It's okay, well, they won't hear a thing. So they're assured she's going to shut the fuck up and not speak to anybody else, basically, after all this horse shit they've pulled on her for who knows really how long in the background. Since all this is chopped, cut, pieced, parted, sound muted, half of it missing, who knows how fucking long this actually went on for in the back. And you have Scott, Benny, Fizzle, Krama, Jenny, and Tiffany all doing it.
I know, Penny.
You have my word. I won't put it anywhere and I won't speak of it.
Mm-hmm.
Same. You know, that is funny because we have never put out something that Linda gave us that we didn't have permission to put out ever.
You know what's weird? What the hell is this message? So fucking important. Like, you get what I'm saying? The message is a nothing burger. All it's about is Dawn only being gone for 30 minutes for lunch. That's it. But they want the message sent to them because they want the person behind it. For really no reason, because you know at this point that Penny on him should have these Discord messages. You know they saved that shit. So what kind of garbage is this? They're acting like they don't have it in order to have something to hold over her head, which is blackmailing a friend or a source around Tucker that has the babysitters and the children and all that shit. They're forcing her to give it to them, pretending they don't already have it, most likely. And to what end? Think about that. Cops, would have all that shit. So who do these people think they are? Cops are going to know whether he was at work or not, how long he left. The person who sent that message to Linda probably also spoke to the FBI and TBI. So why does this crew need that? And they don't. And who the fuck are they to pull some shit like this on another human being to get that? The only reason they want it is to make her think they don't have it, whatever, but to get that name, etc., and then to hold it over. We're going to dox your friend, we'll add him, we'll put it online, blah, blah, blah. And then they double down on it. Jenny goes, yeah, okay, then it won't see time of day.
That is funny because we have never put out something that Linda gave us that we didn't have permission to put out ever. To anybody, but privately.
But boy, they're big on putting out everything from everybody, even if it's not true, lying narratives, putting out shit, including addresses, doxing people, harming people, etc., hacking, doing all kinds of shit to get whatever the fuck they want and putting it out. Even from abusers, new supplies, everybody don't know their ass from home ground. They're big about putting everybody's everything out. But boy, they don't want shit of theirs put out. Do they? Weird, huh?
Publicly.
I'm laying in the pool all day tomorrow, and I'm not even touching YouTube. So if anybody wonders where I am, I'm not around. Not around. Nope.
And you can tell when they're like, if anything comes out of this room tonight to the PIs or to Jody Sue, and they get wind of it, that's the problem. Then we'll release it. So it's a way to control her, to keep her quiet about all the actual shit they were talking about in that room. Right? And what is that? They just blackmailed her and shit. In the open. Threatened her to keep quiet about everything in that room and got a piece from her to harm somebody she knows with if she doesn't stay shut the fuck up entirely about what's been said and done inside of this group of them working together. And that would include Fizzle, Benny, Scott, Jenny, Adrian, Slithers, etc. I'm sure that's exactly the type of people that FBI and Ellie and them want to take a database from. Those going around blackmailing people to shut the fuck up, to give them the info, and if anybody around, so yeah, it sounds like it's everybody else that's harming Summers everything, doesn't it? Surely not these people. Yeah, Linda knows too much, and they're afraid she's going to speak to cops or something. Something's up here, bro.
I'm screenshotting messages.
Okay.
Doing it right then. Jesus Christ.
What are the messages we're getting right now? I was looking at Quiet Signal.
The text message stating that Don never left work the day Summer went missing. from one of Don's coworkers, and we all promised we would not put it anywhere or share it anywhere so long as nothing in this phone call comes out from Linda's side.
So there's Tiffany and Scott agreeing to blackmail. And Scott's saying he is also getting all this information they're forcing out of Linda. There was Tiffany Marie agreeing to the blackmail and saying, yep, she's sending us these text messages, these screenshots of them, and we're all promising that they're not coming out unless. So there's Jenny, Scott, and Tiffany Marie verbally agreeing to the blackmail. Wow, who knows what the fuck's really happening back here with Benny, Adrian, etc. But yeah, there you go. Shit.
Linda's side, including who?
The
Well, if it comes out, we'll know, right?
Yeah. Well, we would.
Yeah, if it gets out at all, yeah.
It's not coming from any of us. It will never come from me. I could fall out with every single one of you tomorrow. I'm not repeating anything about this call. I already said that before. So yeah, and I had told Linda earlier, I don't believe any of you are going to either. So Benny's passed out. I don't think he even has known what's been going on in this phone call.
So here's the thing. Oh, good separation there. And this tells you right here, what month is this due? But Keys and her just got together how long ago? And everybody's like, wild. Oh, right. That's around the AB fight time, which is like what? When he put out, for some reason, to Scott, who's here during this call, who hates TM, but puts out the fake check message for AB a couple weeks ago. No, dude. This occurred this year. Right? Oh, yeah, okay. So 8/22. I thought you were talking about October of 21. Okay, I got you. Good Lord. Good Lord. Notice this is all just a few days before. Well, no. It would be, because the 10th be, it'd be August. This looks like this is from August of 22. Because it says 8/22. So you have this happening just a couple weeks before they go on the court dates coming up with Monstronome. You have then the No Spew November. You have half of them coming and going on the ground here during those times, including Piper sleeping driveway like a crazy person. Oh, you have all this shit, right? But then what in this time period? Right? Somewhere in what? November, December? Makes AB give the bullshit that we all knew already 93 bazillion times. Tiff had already been called that for and proven she didn't write that check. AB gives that bullshit message from Discord showing Tiffany did not write the check, knew it, la. He gives it to Scott H. But they were buddies enough to pull this shit together just a couple weeks before. And now you have, it looks like, Floppy Bits laying back into Scott and threatening him or something yesterday. As this was put out. What the hell's going on right now? Interesting dynamics here.
Well, for probably 5 hours at this point.
Please.
So, yeah.
I sent you the screenshots, Penny.
Somebody sniffling.
So,
Cut out again.
yeah.
And if y'all want to,
And here more. Hold on. What do we have here? What do we have here?
see the video where I was threatened, I'll be happy to send it to you. It's 3 parts.
Just screen share it. There's a video of you being threatened? Yeah. Show it. Do you have it on your phone?
Wow, she's concerned about it. She's got the ring. Okay.
I've got it in my email.
Oh dear. Did they just out the fucking messages on this? Oh dear. Did Dawn get fixed? Not that I know of. But as fast as slow job.
Where I mailed it to the TBI.
And they go back to them.
So go to your email on here.
Maybe down.
Are you on a phone?
Yes.
So go to your email, open up the email, and just play it while you're screen sharing.
I think Dudley's making a bunch of lies. Don't
That way,
Every time I hit Gmail, it pops.
Some was facts from I heard, but Jesse didn't combine them and don't spit them. In the split. Mm. Mm.
Pops up this screen again.
It what?
Every time I click to go into Gmail, it clicks on this screen again.
Oh, that's because you're.
And he knows that we're talking about it was weird. I did see more YouTube idiots came to town. See, it's more than just the quote Mayor Beach Creek. It's how we all kind of feel. YouTube idiots. I did see that more YouTube idiots came to town. That's how we all kind of feel about you. Seriously. So dumb. You've not missed any days either.
We're using Google. Meet. So, click.
Yeah, so they just outed her messages with. Yep. Alright. So apparently Linda has gone rogue. And they're outing this shit. Oh dear.
Click on the little arrow that points down at the top. That way it'll minimize it. And click on the three lines in the left-hand corner, and it'll bring you to your inbox.
Yep. They just outed Linda and
so click on the little arrow that points down in the left-hand corner of this screen, and then you're going to see 3 lines in the left-hand corner for Gmail, and it's going to say all inboxes, primary, social, promotions, yada, yada, yada. So you click on that, open it up. It should work that way. Is it working for you, Linda?
you know, you have those come and go enhanced. They all of a sudden they know how to work fucking databases. All this bullshit. They know all this thing. They're all like Linux. They're 40 owls in a raincoat, and then you ask them something fucking basic, and all of a sudden everything's this, or they don't know how to fucking use Facebook, or they pretend ignorance of, and none of it ever really makes sense. And when they do that, that's your clue that they're 40 owls in a raincoat. My favorite, though, is when they want you to give them shit all the time. And then when you ask for the simplest of shit, like a clip or a screenshot or something, you know they fucking have it. And then they're like, yeah, sure. And then it never comes. That's also your clue that they're working with this fucking group. It's a thing. So with those, I just continue to fuck around and find out with them. See, we were still leading back to. It's a thing around here. Unfortunately, I'm still there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow, damn. They really did this. Nah, I don't even know why. There's no wow. Same shit, different day, bro. They've cut out. Is it over? We don't know if it's over or muted. Who the fuck really knows? Shit, I don't.
Oh, I hate that.
Whoa!
I'd pass you one if I could through the phone. Maybe one day they'll invent something like that. I've been waiting all my life.
So she's gonna pass her.
I'm about to smoke in 2 minutes. I haven't smoked all day.
Wow.
I didn't even think about it actually until just now, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, keep your memory straight till this is over here.
She left, and she's not going to be able to get back in because Benny can't add her. So
Interesting.
she's gone. Yeah, fucking left. She fell out. Her. Yeah, I don't think if you screen record that the audio will come up, Penny.
Yeah, that's the weird part. You can hear Salute smoking all day long, but what she means is she hadn't gotten high all day long. So her and Scott are giggling about. But she would hand somebody one through the screen if she could, but she hadn't got high all day long. And Scott's like, "Yeah, best you remember until we're done with this." And what? And then they can smoke themselves stupid and get high.
I don't.
Cutting it out again.
But what I mean is, I don't think it's gonna, like, you know how in Discord you can't screen record audio unless you're in on the computer. I don't think you're gonna be able to.
So that ended there. No. Dear Lord, what the fuck is that? Oh, anyway, so there's all kinds of non-fuckery. God, CZ, you are dumber than a box of fucking rocks. Get some comprehension skills. Dear Lord, I've known that's existed longer than you. Jesus Christ. You shut the fuck up over here. I just said I don't touch it, bro. Oh my God, she's a fucking. You can't. Anyway, I just don't ever touch it. Don't ever touch it. Hold on. God damn. What the fuck? You can't with this shit. You can't fix this level of stupid. Anyway, why are they like this? Is everybody around here smoking that fairy crack? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna bet you that some of this piece, right, the intention behind it is this. Floppy's speaking to Dawn. He wants Dawn to see this because he knows he can feed Dawn a narrative to start targeting and attacking. And if it sounds legit enough, right, and all this shit, and like I harm babies or I do all this bullshit, anyway, Dawn might target and attack me too. It's part of what I was talking about earlier, and the other thing is that they're trying to, and that was the first one I did tonight, and they're trying to triangulate and pit everybody against everybody else, right? I am no part of that. They ain't nothing to pit, whatever, sling shit at. They can fuck right off. Okay, because they're trying to play super detectives. They're not super detectives. They aren't fucking interrogators. They're criminals. Alright, fuck them. And that is the doofiest stunt I've ever seen. But that is part of what's going on right now, like I told you earlier. That's why Ziggy and the messages with Dawn mentioned me and Andy. It's why the Fred thing. It's why all the things, etc. It's meant and intended. And also, Floppy doesn't like the PIs. Why other people around this do not like the PIs, including PFizz, and they want them to hold the fuck away from everything. So it's trying to get them out of the way. It's all this shit. They're wanting Don to actually hear and hoping he's listening to, so he starts slinging shit, believing I may have had something to do with Summer, finally targeting me, doing whatever, pitting us all against each other because apparently they think that, you know, they, they're back to stupid stunts. They think they're super detectives. If they pit everybody against everybody, people start slinging mud, and then somebody will confess or tell where Summer is or something, because they're just absolutely certain that everybody must be. Or they think that Dawn will come out swinging, blah blah. If they can feed him this narrative that Jody Sue's done something or is guilty of something, blah blah blah. So that's part of also why that's put up there. And then if they can make him believe that Linda and I have Tucker and all this conspiracy driven bullshit's happening, and then Brad lived beside him and also shit. You see, they're also trying to mind fuck Don in this, so he targets, he does whatever, starts slinging shit, part of the, whatever maneuver. They're trying to play it. They're gonna miss me this bullshit, right? There ain't nothing to sling. Ain't here for the fucking drama. They're feeding their clicks, views. I ain't here for none of that shit. And like I said earlier in the other one, uh, I know when, what, where, and everything else I was on June 15th. I and my children, and ain't nobody had shit to do with Summer vanishing. Uh, you know, if Fred or Dawn and them want to sling shit at each other, so be it. That's not my fucking problem. I think they've already honestly been through that shit from day one. So what they're trying to set up right now and all sort of shit. Some dangerous fucking games again, but me personally, I ain't playing that shit. You know, and they're just whole ass idiots. Interfering fucking idiots. Fucking up everything. Pigeons shit on a chessboard. And all they're really about is getting done, getting drama, getting shit really going. All that shit again. Real food, real money, cash app, gangs, blah blah blah. Ain't shit to do with Summer. They could give a fuck less about Summer. Fuck. They're getting both though. Just putting all the damn crimes out there. Fuck's wrong with you? I don't even know why I keep asking that either. Because we all damn well know that'll never be answered. There's no answer to that. What the fuck is this I have subscribed to? I know oh, okay. I just told Susie she was wrong when she sent me. I've known forever. She didn't comprehend what the fuck I was saying. And then she comes back after shit calls me whack. Yeah, okay, lady. Whatever. God, some things never change. It's fine. Let me mind you, last her she called me a bitch. After I told her we weren't going to be friends again the other day, and made that clear, but she thought we were going to be friends, I guess, again. I don't know. I said, no, there's no forgiveness for any of that shit. I've said this before. She loses her shit, and she calls me a bitch. I already blocked her by that point, restricted or whatever. Then at night she comes over with the gift thing. It's not. I tried to explain to her, I already knew about all this shit forever ago. She did not understand what I was saying. She didn't comprehend it. Went straight sideways. And then just a second ago, that man box called me. Um, Okay. She also, like, the other day, really, in that whole speech of hers, she's like, I never did put your children's name out there or do anything with your children, all this shit on my channel. Dude, I literally have the screenshots of her putting my kid's name and shit out. And can put it side by side the fucking message she sent. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen. The revisionism and these people and their faulty memories and weird shit. Like, I got all the goddamn receipts. Yeah, in hand. She also tried to tell me she only ever made one video about my kids, and it was with Little and I sitting in a gas station being trapped because Monster was there, and that her and the rest of them made to look like bullshit. It wasn't, right? Yeah, that's the one she copped to. She told me she never made a video about my children otherwise, and told me she never put out my kids' names or anything. But I literally have screenshots where she's sharing their Facebooks, their social media, putting out their full names. I mean, we all know that page was, and she said she didn't make that many videos on me ever either. Swear to God, she did. It's really what she's saying now. She never did any such thing. And y'all know it was months and months and months, and it was nothing but my name, my kids, my name, my kids, my name, my kids, my name. That's what her whole channel was. I have rolling footage of it and downloads of every goddamn video on it. You know, I don't. But now CZ wants to pretend that never happened. So it's fine. And she's called me wake up. I'm like, okay, bro. Whatever. Anyway, weirdness. I guess when CZ goes on another I'm better than I was tour, y'all let me know. Yeah, I reckon that happened. I don't know. I'm just like, it's about like some of the others. There's good and bad there, right? But we ain't ever gonna be friends like that. She wants to be helpful, fix some shit, right shit. Never do anybody like us again, change your tune, not do this shit around cases, be a better human being, sure, whatever. And that whole redemption arc's on her, though. Ain't got shit to do with me, right? Um, she'd be better off out in tragedy pimps. And I've told her that. But nope. She tried that for a bit. Apparently it doesn't suit her. I don't know. We're back on this bullshit. I don't know what the hell's going on. They could never really, they can only behave for so long. You know what I mean? Same thing with like me. You just can't hear things and people like that. It's like the redemption of many around here. They can't remain consistent and in character. They can't stand it for too long. Our own monster and abuser does the same. Nah. But I've seen him pulling the longest I've ever seen, just a couple years, which is what confused the fuck out of me. Okay, for so long, but yeah. Anyway, y'all think I might to go hang out outside for something dark side. I'm tired of everybody's bullshit. And fuck around, find out. Blah blah blah. That's where I'm at. Too many weird ass shit and things going on outside. I don't like it. Yeah, she got your email correct for the threats, but fucked up the TBI email. We noticed. Notice that falls back into the Linda Lorraine thing I was talking about through these past couple lives tonight. They often do that. They all compile everything and then they're going to send it into the TBI, but they want to know what contact you're calling or who you're speaking to or a phone number when they can quote trust. Yeah, okay, bullshit. Bullshit. You know, that was my that's your first clue, any of them. They only email. They never pick up the fucking phone and call and get the own, it's just so stupid. I always want your contacts. I want to know who they can trust. And it's your first fucking clue, really. And didn't this tonight supposedly have shit to do with CZ that Floppy was playing? One of the pieces had something to do. He was cussing CZ and or something. There was a post I seen, a community thing calling CZ out tonight by Floppy. I don't fucking know. I just don't know. It's been a long day. It's too weird. Hmm. They do something for sure. Hmm. What are they doing? Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. It's been a long night. Weird shit's going on outside and such. Alright. So, I'm gonna get off here and go do what I gotta do. Uh, if anybody's curious, I can go back to, obviously all the way back to the tragedy pimps continuing their destruction of cases, um, around the nation, crimes on the ground, and then number 2 and number 3, right? So, for all the receipts and all the screenshots and all the bullshit proving, well, everybody a whole ass liar around here and full of fucking shit. And well, tragedy pimps continuing their destruction of cases around the nation. Uh, Crimes on the Ground edition. And boy, did we find some tonight. True crime community indeed, y'all. True crime community indeed. Eh? Welcome. Yo, I am off here for the night. Yeah, enhanced. I'm sure everybody's got some, and then even more than they needed, quite frankly. Uh, anyway, not that I really give a shit. That's just how I am. Fuck around and find out. I don't care. So anyway, here's the thing. And I'm sure a few of these tonight were done on purpose. It's like what they were trying to do was cut off my camera in the middle and make it go to my inbox so they could try to see who was messaging last and all that shit, hoping it would pop up. I did see that shit happening, and a real big push for that, hoping that would happen, etc. Here's a news flash. I don't give a fuck, because most of I won't talk to. Few of those I don't have shit to do with at all. Some are giant red flags. Some are tools. Some are weather vanes. Some are just what they fucking are. So, good luck to them. May the odds be ever in their favor. I'm glad they really, really were trying hard to get my messenger to do that, though, so it would flip over while on screen so they could see. Because they're really, really, really trying to figure out this whole thing. For sure. Trying to figure out who they can fucking blackmail, target, and do whatever to next. So anyway. In newsflash, real messengers, real messages, real phone calls, anybody I'm actually truly communicating with on a real level, they're not in that one. Good luck to you motherfuckers. Hey, but the good news is the feds have the real one. Imagine that. The feds have all of them. But, most certainly aware of all methods of communication. So anyway, guys, I'm off of here. Enhanced, you know damn good well they'll turn this around somehow like I did it. And that's what it'll be. That's probably what it's already been while I've been doing these tonight. 1, 2, and 3, but you know damn good well they're gonna flip it somehow, they're gonna do something with it, and then they'll swear up, even if they admit to the crimes, in a month they'll be swearing up down that never happened too. I'm crazy, there's no spider web, no syndicate, nobody's working together, no tiered system or anything else. Even though the spider thing never had shit to do with it, by the way. They just assumed and rolled with it. But, damn good and well, they'll swear down all this is nuttery, whatever, and in like a month, even if they admit to it like fake fed, like they have many times, they will then go back on that. And for a new audience, new chat, new case, whatever, they'll swear down none of that shit happened. And it'll be rinse, repeat over and over again. No, they did not. It's always the same shit. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, they're definitely not stalking you on and trucking by either. But here's Bones over there admitting to it. It was on the live stream. It's on our cameras here too. All this. Yep. But everybody's crazy, didn't you? But they would do no such thing. No stalkers, no harassment, no randoms, no crazy people they set off. As you all sit here on live stream, mine after live stream, and you hear it happening. Not just when Bones and others are in, but at other times. And even when I put the TV and cam feed on when I'm elsewhere, you can hear it in the background. So even when I'm not where they think I am, it's happening. As long as they think I'm where I'm supposed to be, it's happening. So anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go hang outside and all for a bit. Um, that's probably, I don't know, use fresh air anyway. Been here, obviously, once again, way longer than I intended, but that piece caught my eye. So anyway, and I'm sure it was meant to be talked about because several sent it to me. So they wanted me to see it. I really don't give a flying fuck about it, but it is some weird shit. Ain't it though? Alright, so anyway, and as long as I keep, talking about anything like that, they can try to trigger me into it, and they think they're gonna remain out of trouble, or they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, or whatever the hell, right? I don't care. It must mean XYZ to them. Everything always does. So anyway, y'all, I am off. But as always, y'all, please do share Summer's pics, info, call her by her name, share it on whatever platform you prefer, but please do warn people not to come here to this side of YouTube for information on her. Okay, this ain't the place. These are not the Mr. Rogers people, as clearly evidenced tonight. These are not the helpers. These are the destroyers, the tragedy pimps. They are monsters. They are victim makers, not helpers. Okay. Um, y'all know. And keep that in mind for every case, fighter, survivor, etc. you come across. This ain't the place. Alright? Watch for their families and law enforcement to tell you where to go, what the families would like. Alright? Do keep in mind Candace Cooley, Dylan's mom has an official Facebook, Cash Kearney's family has a YouTube, all these other things. And Candace is planning, I guess, fighting in the same way and trying to stop tragedy pimps. I even think Brandy's supposed to be doing that. Cash's family's trying to do that. A lot of people are around a lot of these cases, not just families, but, well, you have Anon out here trolling the shit out of Piper and others, and you have Fry Guys, and you have everybody in communities fighting back in their own way against these tragedy pimps, okay? So may we all find our way forward to make this shit stop around active and ongoing cases and otherwise, families, law enforcement, etc. And make change. Alright. So, but do please share Summer's picture, information, and call her by her name. Alright. She's out here somewhere. Somebody could recognize her, pick up the phone, be the one to bring her home and find justice for her. Somebody could put together information shared on that and then be like, the thing they thought was nothing is something, and be the one to pick up the phone and, you know, you know, find the perpetrator or perpetrators, find justice for Summer, bring her home, right? Somebody out there somewhere knows something. And I guarantee you they're watching. Make them look at her face. Make them read her name. Make them read her information over and over again. Maybe they will do the right thing eventually and turn themselves in even. Right? So, there's hope. Ellie cares. Feds care. Her case is not cold. Lots of people care deeply. Summer is real to them. She's not an icon. She's not just a flat image. She's not just a flyer. She's not just a poster. She's real. She matters to her family, her church families, her community. Okay? She matters. Right? So, y'all please do share her information, her pictures, and call her by her name. Alright? But y'all have a good night, good morning, and good evening, wherever y'all are. Okay? Night, guys.